Hello viewers, welcome to Lifestyle with Erica Mukisa, and today I have a wonderful guest. But before I introduce my guest, I want us to share from the Word of God. From Proverbs 4:8, it says, "Prize wisdom and she will exalt you, she will honor you if you embrace her." Wow. Prize wisdom and she will exalt you, she will honor you if you embrace her. I hope you meditate on that. And before we start, let us start with a word of prayer. Father, I thank you for this wonderful moment. I thank you for the viewers. I pray that you cover each and everyone in the precious blood of Jesus. I pray for our guest as he speaks. Holy Spirit, guide him and direct him to speak the words that will bless and touch the hearts of men. We pray all this believing in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.
Amen.
I don't want to waste your time, viewers. Let me allow the guest to introduce himself and share his testimony. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, please feel free to share your experience.
Well, my name is Wherein Sinyaga. I'm a Kenyan adult, aged 47 years. First and foremost, I would like to say that I love God and I thank God for His mercy.
Wow.
Yes, because ever since I was born, I thought the way I was born is the same way I would live. But ever since I set my feet on this world, things started well and very well, and I was impressed by so many people in the society.
Wow.
But with time, things kept on changing. And when I came to realize things were changing, I got somehow so much confused. So confused along the way. And the moment you get confused along the way, there are things that will go short. Like the behavior pattern of I as a person started changing. I started living in that sect of like being a coward person. I would admire the neighbors, but the neighbors would admire us more. I would wonder why they would want to be like we, and yet I wanted to be like them. So there was some little kind of confusion. And this confusion, as it kept on growing in me, kept on developing in me, I tried to look for someone to whom I could express myself. But it was difficult because right back at home, there was, let me say, the house helps. And the house helps could not really help me with what I wanted to be helped with. Simply because they're the ones at times who would be intimidating me. Then I would not be able to express myself to them. Because my parents, at times, my dad never used to be at home. He used to work far. So the time he used to come at home was very limited, and was maybe especially over the weekends or once in a month. While my mom herself was a business lady, so she's not at home at all. The only time she's at home is in evening. And when she comes back at home and she's very tired. She didn't have any time for us or for me, myself. In my family, we are many. We had a dozen. We were 12 of us.
Wow, 12 children.
Yes, are they many? They're not really many, but they are compared to the family setups of today, at the moment. So, the real minutes I had to express myself to her. She didn't have time for me. She would always tell me, go to the house help, go to the house manager, go to auntie, go tell her, and she's a part of my problem. So I could not go to tell her. I would just, keep it to myself. And I grew up like that. And at times, for example, there are the house chores, the house duties that she was expected to perform. So she would chill out for me until I come back from school. And then I'm the person who will do so. In the name of like, she wanted to give me bread. She wanted to give me maybe eggs, maybe something sweet. So I would act. I would act actually. I would, on her behalf, I would act. And that's one of the things that would bother me really a lot, because when my mother is there, she would do it. But when she's not there, I do it. And from school, I'm tired. From school, the teachers were very tough. When coming back home, the house help, the auntie is yet another problem. In the evening, when my mom comes, she's the biggest problem, because she would punish, she would beat up me.
Oh, no.
So I grew up a child with, a lot of stress. Yeah, a lot of stress trying to find a place, a real space with a lot of peace. But I never got it. So I was waiting for that time to come when I grow up. Because growing up, I used to see grown up people having freedom. I thought they were very happy doing whatever thing they were doing. For example, the alcoholics. Yeah, those people would drink and, looking at them and the way they bounce and the way they do the things, the way they talk, I was like, this is the life that I want to have. So it came a time when now I had to shift now to upgrade from the primary level, the school, to the secondary level.
Okay.
And there I felt this is the place. I felt like, wow, I'm going to high school. I'm leaving this kind of jobs that I'm doing at home. I will not be seeing the house each and every day. I'll be in high school. And I was told, if you want to go to a good high school, then you have to perform. You have to show. I did, because that was my dream. Because I believed that when people go to the high school, they get the freedom. So I used to work really very hard in the primary level, and especially in grade 7 and 8. And I performed. I really performed. That school that I was dreaming of, that's the school I went.
Wow.
Unbelievable. But when I went to the high school, things changed drastically. That dream that I had of guys who live a posh, super sweet life. School life which you have pocket money, you have money of your own. Hey, my friend. But it changed. Because the moment I was the first Form 1 to get to that high school.
Wow. When
I got to school, immediately the very first day, that evening, those guys broke my hockey stick. They took away my bucket, my basin, my box. We called it butterfly. It was hit in the middle and it became that shape of a butterfly. And they gave me a nickname, Mono. Do you know what mono means?
No.
I was asked that question so many times that I said no. I was beaten up before they explained to me what mono means. Mono means a monkey of no origin. So I started wondering, how can I be a monkey of no origin? I myself, how? I started being rebellious. I started hating the school life. Now I become a monkey. Yeah, that's bullying. I started wondering, how should I live with these people calling me a monkey of no origin, mono? How do I survive where someone is waking me up early in the morning to polish their shoes, bring the porridge? I was feeling like, no, this is not the life that I wanted. It's better at home.
Yeah.
I started developing something called homesick. Because here in high school, every minute you go to the canteen, you buy a loaf. It's like, this is not meant for the Form 1s. This is not meant for mono. The monos should eat last, if there will be something for them to eat. So I was like, this life is horrible. I should just be at home where I would get everything. Name it. If it's bread was there, if it's eggs, they're there. If it's milk, just name it. There was everything. So, but I had to persevere because at home my mother is another real pad. It's not joke. It's not.
Tough.
It's tough for being tough. She's extra tough. She was her area was it was a no-go zone. No-go zone. If you do wrong, you have to get a punishment, get a reward. So I was reaching a point where I feeling like nirudi home. I go back home and was like, no, the one that I'm meeting there is not the person that people would like to meet. So it came a time when there was such selection of the school teams. So I personally loved basketball a lot. That was my game. That was my dream game. Yes, I had a hockey stick because it was mandatory when you go to get for admissions, you have to come to that school with the hockey stick. But I personally, my desire, my dream was to play basketball. So during the selection time, the teacher in charge, the patron, said whoever will make it a 3-point, you will be chosen, you will be selected to be in the school team. I tried, I made it not once, not twice, not thrice, quite a good number of times. But the teacher said, you young man, you cannot make it. Just go look for another school team. I was like, How? I've dreamt for this game. At home there is nothing like that. At home it's just bare ground, and that's it. If it's football, you have to make that ball. You roll some papers with some mattress. You go to steal some mattress from somewhere.
Yes.
Then use some nylon strings. You make a ball.
Yeah.
Now here at school, high school, is a ball, inflated ball. So I was like, this is the place I would like to. But now the teachers pulled me down. He has demoralized me because I would love to play basketball. And during that time, some kind of depression.
What was the reason? Was it because
I don't know.
He or she felt that you are not skillful enough? Or?
Maybe he felt that I'm not skilled enough. Or just, and I don't know, but it really demoralized me. Some kind of depression got into me, and I was like, this school life now, it's not the kind of life that I want to live. This is not the kind of life that I desired. The game that I loved, now I'm told I can't make it. In the dormitory, these guys are mistreating me. There's somebody waiting for me to serve them. Why? When I remember at home, yes, he's a househelp who wants me to serve them in different ways, in different tasks. But here in school, it's becoming more worse. It's becoming more tough. I felt sick. And when I felt sick, not the actual thing that made me go home that time. I got the relief sheet, but the homesick itself. Because I felt the home life, the home environment is much better. Because in school, you would be punished for no apparent reason. We used to call them the 6 strokes, 6 canes. They were very hot.
Sorry.
They were very hot. And they would come to you. Yeah. You didn't have a plan for them. Anyhow, you would get the 6 strokes. So I was like, this school life is not what I want. So when I got the leave sheet, I went home. And when I went home, I was like, the first week, because leave sheet was for 2 weeks only. Then you go back to school. So before you go home, you have to get the leave sheet, get some 2-3 books in your bag, go home. But during that time, that thing that made me hate school really very much is that as I was walking out of the school compound, the very teacher, the patron of the basketball team, is the one who was running a wood workshop, which was almost next to the gate. So he saw me walking out of the school compound and he called me back. And I was like, what are you carrying in your bag? I was like, this is my book and clothes to change. He told me, young man, nobody leaves this compound with the bag or anything. What you need is just that leaf sheet, that paper to show your parents that you are you've gone home because of sickness, because of being unwell. So I was wondering, now I'm going back home with just a piece of paper, and my mother expects me to come back home with a book, because at least you're learning.
You have to revise.
Being sick, it doesn't mean that the learning is stopped, waiting for you to get well. Learning is continuing. Learning is going on. So I was like so sad. And I went home. I managed to convince my mother that my bag was taken by the teacher, and there's no way I would walk out of the school compound with a bag. So my mother was like, you just lied to me. You will see it. So I got like so pressed by all these things. And I decided I will not go back to that school. I decided enough is enough. Enough is enough. And I won't go back to school. After the 2 weeks, I started the cat and mouse games. You always hear me at night as I creep into the house. And very early in the morning, I leave. So you have no time to see me at home and in the village. So where do I stick? How do I cope? Wow. So I had to look for a mechanism. In the village, there was another family that was a little bit well up. So they had a truck and they had a van. So this truck used to go to fetch sand. They went to fetch sand in the quarry. So I teamed up with the guys. They told me, just come. Just join us. We go for an adventure. To me, it was an adventure. Because I would spend the whole day with them.
Then
And
you
in the
come
evening,
back
they
to
would give
sleep.
me like 50 shillings. I love bread. And I love bread really much. Really
Wow.
very much. Even today, give
Wow.
me bread, I will become my friend.
Wow.
Yeah. So that time, if you get a 50 shillings, I knew that I had a whole buffalo, a whole loaf on my own. I was like, I'm a king. I'm a king. So, but they had a lifestyle that they used to, they used to read. Yeah. So after some time, I decided to do what these guys were doing, because they would ask me, why are you looking at us if you are taking our stuff? Because there used to be a jerry can, there used to be a can, a 5 liter, that had some stuff inside. In our place, we call it Moratina, we call it Latish. Yeah?
Okay, it's the local.
It's a mixture here, it's a rock of brew made of this honey, there's sugar. When you mix them, they ferment, it becomes alcohol,
Yes.
Yeah, and it's sweet.
Wow.
Because there's honey and there's sugar.
But,
so what happened?
But you get tipsy.
Tipsy, or you get high, you get really high. Okay. So in the village, there are those people who used to intimidate me, the young men. And I remember some in the primary level, they used to beat me up. 2 brothers, they used to really beat me up. Now, and I had, forgotten about it. But during this time when we were in the quarry, these guys tempted me. And when I took the first, I can call it a tumbler. It's like a plastic can.
Yes.
Yeah. In those days, there was something called kasuku, which is a kind of a cooking oil. So they gave me one. And when I tasted and I finished, I felt
strong.
Here I am now. I felt I'm a lion, king of kings. Nobody can threaten me. Nobody can fight. You can imagine at that time, I'm just like a small boy.
Oh no. How old were you?
Around 15. Let's say 15 years, 15, 14. At that age, I felt like I am the king now. Nobody can threaten me. Nobody can come close to me with those kind of things. You want to fight me. Going back to the to our village, there's a shopping center. I remembered each and every person who used to threaten me. I can fight you. Who used to fight me. I started fighting them. And everybody would run away and they would laugh. They would ask what is happening to this young boy. Because they saw it like it's a joke. To me at that time, I'm so serious. And my lifestyle changed. I started becoming an alcoholic slowly by slowly. That's just a trial time. Trial. I just tried and I felt it's good. I felt now I can express myself. That low self-esteem that I had ever since I was a young man, it started now fading away because I take this. But the moment I don't take it. The moment I don't take it, it becomes that, the esteem is gone.
Wow, and even celebrities use that a lot. When they're afraid to perform like to crowds, they take drugs and they drink.
Yes.
To be like, for them, they feel like when they do that, they gain confidence.
They gain power. They can perform for hours. But
they forget that it's addictive.
Very.
Wow.
Now, here, that's when, a 1,000 miles journey starts with one step.
Yes.
Because the moment I started checking things, I didn't know that I'll go far. I didn't know the good thing, that good image that I had would start fading away. I thought that's when people would see me as a real man, as a man enough. That's when I felt a man enough. I didn't know that I was lacking that self-esteem. I didn't have the willpower even to say no to some things. Yeah. Now, when I took that liquor, that kind of plastic cup. The first day, the second day, the third day, and the fourth day comes, and I want to take more. Each and every day, I want to take more than I took yesterday. I wanted to remain feeling that to maintain that feeling of big highness, feeling tipsy, because that feeling tipsy was like, that's when I feel good. Yeah, I love dancing as well. That's when I would dance to people. Wow. Yeah, when I'm like, I'm there, I'm top. But when I'm not, you can try to look for me and you wonder, where is this person?
Yeah.
So Life continued like that. But, well, God brings someone from far. God is there, God is real, and He always showers His blessings. He doesn't forget His people. He doesn't forget His people, no matter how hard things are. We are the ones who feel things are hard, but God wants to make them soft. No, there's not even a given a time that God wants us to suffer. God wants us to live happy people. That's why
free.
They're free. He says, if you feel that you have got a burden, just take it to them. Take it to Him, and you live a free life, comfortable, sweet, with no worries. Because He takes care of us.
But all that time, your mother didn't find out that you were drinking or something has changed in your life.
You see, because she normally used to come home late.
Oh.
Yeah, she didn't have any time. We never used to meet, because even today, if we met that time, she would have punished me badly. So I would hide. So she didn't have a space. She didn't have room to know that I'm coming back home. Hi. So that life continued for quite a good period of time. And during that time, so that I came from far. It just happened. A day came that at home there was a burglary, there was a robbery. Things were stolen from home, from my mother's store. So is a suspect here. The person who was refused to go to school is the main suspect.
And you're always not at home.
You're not at home. You're not there because you're going to look for market for these things. There was quite a good number of accusations. But I said, now, I didn't have room to express myself, to say it's not me, to defend myself. The only way was to say, sorry, I want to do it again, because the beatings started early in the morning when they realized some things were stolen. So they started punishing me, and I was punished, severely punished, beaten. They were telling me, tell us, whom did you steal with? Who was your partner? Who accompanied you? Who was your partner? And the moment came when I felt that now I'm going to die. I'm almost dead now. Let me just say, because I was told, if you tell us we won't beat you, we stop beating you. And I thought of a friend of mine, and I said, we stole with so and so. And they said, now let's go for him. He's the next person to be beaten up, and you guys will not steal again. When this person was brought, he's a villager, he's a friend of mine. When he was brought, the beatings started for both of us.
No.
Even I, who was told that we won't beat you again, combined, were given a corabo of beating. Beating combo. Combo is combination. We were beaten badly, but now they're telling us, where did you sell these things? But we didn't have an answer for that. Because now if we said we sold them at the market, whom did you sell to? Now it was like, we did not steal. So the next move was take them to the chief's camp. They will say when they get there. So we got an Rehabilitation police officer who really punished us, beat us badly. Even our body became numb. Our bodies became numb. And we didn't say anything. So the next move was, take them to the police station. The police station is the best place for us to know the exact place where they sold these commodities. We were taken to the police station, a few interrogation for 1 hour, 30 minutes or something like so. But there was no result. These guys, we didn't say anything, because we had not stolen, we had not sold anything, we were just clean. So the next thing is, because the colleague that I said we stole with was a little bit more mature. He was an old person. We were taken to court. Yeah. We were taken to court, the court of law. When we got there, so it's just a question. Before we left the police station, there are guys who are there, arrested. And they told us, and especially you are the young man, you are a young man, please, when you go there, don't say yes, say no. And I felt like, they should say no. Because they told me when you go there and say no, they will look at your age and they will release you. I was so unlucky. When we went to the police, to the court, and we said no. Did you steal? We said no. Did you? No. We didn't steal. We were taken to remand. 14 days in remand, prison. So the first 2 weeks, those are 2 weeks, you're taken to the remand so that actually you can think. At least you can think and whether do you want to accept, do you want to say no, or do you want to stay there in remand. So coming back to the court again, we said no, we did not steal. So we were taken another 14.
Oh no.
So that's a whole month in prison. But still.
But in prison, what's your mom visiting you?
No. You're just on your own. So I had a lot of bitterness while I'm there. One thing I knew, I did not steal. Number two, there's nobody for me. And this is happening through my family. It's not just that we were arrested somewhere else. It's my family who has taken me through all this journey. So I had a lot of bitterness with them. And I was like, one time, you guys will realize who I am. I have to prove myself. So that was step number one now, to give me some bitterness. I didn't know whether when you're taken there, you're going for correction, for rehabilitation. No. I was like, this is punishment from home. So I had that kind of bitterness with everyone, any other member of the family. But during that 1 month, some information had been taken to the probation officers. The probation officer was like, no, this is a minor. She should not be in jail. So I was called by the probation officer and was like, would you want to go to jail or do you want to go back to school? Because he had been explained to everything about myself. Definitely, when if it's you, what did you say?
School.
Let me just go back to school. And he told me on one condition. Every intern, you bring your results. Bring the results, the performance of the entire term. So I was like, yes, I'll do it. I'll even walk from home to your office because it's quite a good distance. So I was taken back to remand. He wrote a letter and I was released.
Wow. On
condition that I have to go back to school. I was like, now, yes, he's the probation officer. I have to accept what he is saying because no, I had already seen it. I have already felt
school fees now.
My mother is paying school fees.
Oh, okay.
Because it's so like her. If I go to school, she'll do everything for me. But if I don't want to go to school, go back to jail. In my mind, it has already rang that here in jail, things are not well. So going back on condition of going back to school, it will be very easy. So I went back to school. I finished high school. And remember, I had something that I told myself, I will prove myself. I had that bitterness of people like back from home. So when I finished schooling, I teamed up with a very young men, my age mates, around the village. And now, because I already tasted alcohol, so I knew how it feels, what you feel like, how you behave. And them, they had not, and they wanted to be like what they see other people doing. It's like we used to have the same problem in the village. So I started introducing them to this thing because they wanted to know. So we started becoming alcoholic little by little. And I remember we would contribute each 5 shillings, 10 shillings. There are some who could have more money than us. At least we buy one big stuff, so that we can share. We do some kind of collabo. We share, then we go, and especially on Sundays at around 12, we will go for jam session in town. So we were like, no, this is the kind of life we want to live. Little did we know that we were spoiling ourselves. We were spoiling ourselves, completely spoiling ourselves. Now the journey of addiction had already started in myself. Yeah. And for a fact, when you talk about addiction, and especially when I talk about my addiction, alcohol, I support the saying that it's cunning, baffling, and very powerful. It takes your mind. Yeah. And most of the times, it makes us impair our judgment. Because I'm taking it today, I'm feeling like a king. Not doing this tomorrow. When tomorrow be asked, what happened yesterday? Why were you like this yesterday?
You can't even explain.
You can't explain, and you always deny that you're not the one. So in most cases, we live in denial. We live saying no, we live saying no, we live saying we are okay. But even when it's evident you are not okay, we live saying we are okay. I can make it, I can do it on my own. So during all this time, I had not realized that something is wrong is happening to my systems. But God is good. All the prayers that I ever used to have to pray to God, He will give me. During that period of time, after school, I got a job as a teacher, as an trained, as UT teacher. I have not even gone for training. And so many friends had not even started thinking of what they would want to do. There was a school within the areas, because I remember when I finished school, my uncle called me to the city. So within the estate, there's a school that the teachers went on strike. So they were looking for like someone who could hold for a little bit of time before they get some other teachers. I was asking, can you? And I said, yes. So they started paying me immediately. So I had money without purpose. I had no purpose for this. We used to be paid 3,500 Kenya shillings. Quite a little money. Looking at it is little. But to me that time it was a lot of money. Because it's not yesterday.
Yes.
It's not yesterday, because it was around the year 2000. The year 2000, I started earning, started getting money. Now, I still have that thing in mind.
The addiction.
The addiction has already started, but I have that thing in mind that I will prove myself. And now time has come. I have money. Now what can anyone tell me? I have money. You tell me nothing. You tell me nothing. Those who punished me that time, now I have to prove myself to them. And the way to prove myself to them is calling my friends. We go drinking. Then we come drunk. We come talking. We come, we go to disco. We spend the all night out there. And little did I know that the more I spend outside, the more my lifestyle keeps on changing. It keeps on changing. Day in, day out. I love this God so much because He's tried to get me out of trap. He tried to get me out of trap so many times. It's like I was saying no. There's something that's holding to. And we always told, just release that what you're holding in your hands, and I'll put you more until it overflows. I didn't see that. But God tried really to show me, this is what I have, something special for you. During that period of time that I was running the school, there was a lot of money coming my way. God could show me visions that there is seeds that I'm keeping for you. But I had so much of earthly desires. I had forgotten. I had not seen. I could not see up until later in life. So during that period of time, as I'm running errands here and there in school, I would laugh so much seeing people driving the branded cars, written Cadbury's, written Kiwi, just name any product. That was my dream. I started dreaming, and something came up into my mind. I decided to do sales and marketing. I did a diploma in sales and marketing, and immediately, even before the certificates were out, I had gotten a job.
Wow. A
good job, brilliant one. I was working with a company called Mountaintop Publishers. It was dealing with production of the CBC products. Yeah, the little children running equipment and materials. So I was the person in charge of Kenya, big shops, outlets countrywide. Name it Tuskys, Uchumi, Nakumat, all those big bookshops like Textbook Center. It's me who used to attend to them. I was one and only person doing the marketing. So here I have freedom to move. I have the per diem. So I would move to all those big towns. You can imagine there are just a few number of big towns every week. This week I'm Eldoret. Next week Niko Nakuru. Next week, the other week I'm in Kisumu, Kisii, Mombasa. So an entire all month I was traveling. And this traveling, you're given allowances, you're given everything. So I had a lot of money on me. But still, cash, money without a purpose. I was not thinking of even developing myself, doing anything to myself. I was just feeling like spoiling, just spoiling. It reached a point to a place, up country, the guys started calling me spoiler. Because I would come and I would treat them. I would just treat them. Take whatever you want to take. So time was running, time was moving. And it came a time when I felt that these people, the mountain top publishers, they're just misusing me. Yeah, I'm just making them rich. I want to be rich myself. I want to be rich. So I decided to become a distributor, a milk distributor. And I made it. I managed to start up my own small distribution company. And it was doing so well. So well. In fact, it was so fantastic because the company itself used to deliver at around 4 a.m. Then distribution starts at 5. I finished distributing around 6. So I'll take the empty crates around 7:30 in the morning. And I have all the money on me. Immediately after delivering the crates to the drop-off point, I'll rush to the bank, give the bank for the following product. That would be around 9 o'clock because the bank opens about 8:30. So by 9:30, I'm done with the next day's purchase. The deliveries for the following day, I would have already paid for them. So the rest of them, and I would have given back the empty crates to the company. So the rest of the day, what happens? You can imagine what happens from that time. I was just partying, and it's party after party. I would just start telling myself, thank you. First, I just passed by the drinking joint. The drinking joint, I get like two drinks or 3 drinks. That will take me up to around 12. Around 12, I'm talking with guys. I'm smelling milk. You can imagine milk when you're smelling milk. Anywhere it is stinking. Some fries do come, some insects fries, but it's none of your business. You have got the money in the pocket. Money in your pocket.
The smell.
Yeah, they do the smell. Then around 2 to 3, 1, 2, you go home, you take shower, you sleep a little bit, take a nap, the theater kind of a thing. Then as from 3, you come back to the drinking joint. Now you drink like you've never drank. In the mind that you have products for tomorrow. So the little money that you have in the pocket or the much money you have in the pocket, you just drink it. So you just mark timing. The money that you think that you wanted to make because you had plans, it's done. It's finished. Day 1 finished. Day 2 is finished. Day 3 is finished. Day 4 is finished. Day 5 is finished. I'm like, what is this?
It was slavery. I myself made my own person to be a slave of my own, because I'm getting the money, I'm finishing it, giving the company is doing well, the producing company, but I myself bring 0. So it reached a point that I had to seek to go back to the school that I was running. They told me, yes, come back, because my performance was well. I was teaching Swahili and CRE. So my performance was not bad. Within that district, I was like number 1 or number 2, number 1, number 2, number 2. So they told me come back. So I went back. But there's no way you can teach when you're high. I used to drink before I go to school because I used to finish working first, tell myself thank you, then I go to the house, change, refreshen up, then I come to school. But during all that period of time, I had applied for a sales job. I felt like sales is fun. By the way, it's fun. To me, I feel it's fun. I had applied for a sales job, many companies, but there's one that I was dreaming of, H0W East Africa. H0W East Africa is a big company that deals with Nivea products, Nivea lotion, Nivea roll-ons, sunblocks, and all that. And luckily, God is faithful. I got the job. They called me. I almost spent a whole year waiting for it, praying that one day I may get it. I got it. And I started being the sales person
within Mount Kenya region. It's a big region. In Kenya today, as they're talking about politics, they're calling it Mulima. So I was there as a salesperson. So being the salesperson of that region, I had a lot of privilege. I was getting a lot of money. You can imagine the year 2006. Remember, my friends they're still struggling to try to find out where they belong. Where should they go? What should they do in life? So basically, East Africa, what I signed on my contract, they were paying us very real money, around 15,000 Kenyan shillings. That was the money that I was expecting that very first month of my employment. But hey, you can't believe it, what happened. During that month period of I was struggling, I was working very hard, I was trying to build sales here and there, I was moving to places. Nothing used to delay me. Up until towards the end of the month, when I started becoming very, very, very broke, very broke. I borrowed some cash from my friend that we were working with. And the guy told me, hey, are you mad? Are you normal? We just paid yesterday and you're like asking me for money. I told him, my friend, you're just lying to me. We're not paid. And he told me, just go check on your account. So when I checked on my account, unbelievable. From 15,000 shillings, what I got is about 70,000 shillings.
Wow.
This was incredible. This was a lot of money. Yeah. You can imagine the kind of life I was leading before.
When you had less money?
Very less. You can imagine I was thinking of 15,000. And here comes 70. That's a plus 55. Mm-hmm. I was like, hey, this is it. I don't know. I felt something. And I went and called my friend. I didn't withdraw anything. I called my friend. And I asked him, just come. Just see how the banks, the poor in thinking. They're poor in doing the mathematics, in their calculations. They're poor in the way they distribute the money. They've given me extra money. And we went to the ATM machine. Then when he checked, he saw, yeah, it's true. This guy has about 70. He told me just withdraw 20. And I decided this hour. Okay, I withdrew 20. So that's how I started now losing touch with my employer. My employer is a company, with my work. Because that 20,000 Kenyan shillings, we went straight to the drinking spree. And we treated everyone. Everyone drink as much as you want. It was just cheap liquor. Cheap liquor that would not cost more than 25 shillings that time. And these other whiskeys and other branded things, they were also very cheap. So everybody would get treated. And it was during the day. So the rest of the money, first of all, you go get some clothing. You get some clothing because you want to look, fancy. You want to look hot. You want to look like you stand out. Yeah, you're the one. The one we say. So when this first 20 got finished, I remember there's still some more. So I went for some more. By the time I finished all that was in my account, we already came to end month. So I got some more. So my account was always loaded. That's the time I saw money and I saw a lot of fun. But little did I know that my alcoholism had reached to a point that my internal organs had started failing.
Oh no.
Yeah, they had started failing because of that habit of drinking. You're not eating, your diet is so poor, so poor. You've even less time to rest. Because the moment you sleep at 12 or at 1, you wake up at 6. You've not slept enough. And during this time, you're not sleeping because you want to sleep. It's because your mind has shut down. Because of the alcoholism levels have gone so high that you can't take anymore. So, with the best of East Africa, in Kenya, that's when I had a lot of fun. I really had a lot of fun. But that's not fun. That's a waste of time. That's a waste of time. That's a waste of lifetime. Because if I had the proper plans of what I used to get, I would have gone so far. But still, why I say God is faithful to me, God loves me so much. During that time, I had plans of becoming a bigger person. I had relatives who lives abroad. Some lives in Dubai, and they were telling me, what are they doing in Kenya? My friend, come back. Come to Dubai. Dubai is everything that you love. And I was planning. I was thinking, no, Dubai, I have to get a plane to Dubai. I just started bringing in my mind every day, go to Dubai, get your passport, get your visa, go to Dubai. And I started planning for my passport. I got my passport immediately. And I started planning for my travel. But all during this period, there was some pain that I was feeling on my upper abdomen. There was some very sharp pain at times. I would vomit so much in the morning. And I would treat myself. I would buy soda. And that soda that I would buy, I would feel like,
Again, it worsens the situation.
It worsens the situation because one, during that period of time, there was a time I used to get so drowsy, so weak, and I would go to the hospital. I was told, now you are diabetic. But I didn't put anything into consideration. I just thought of like these people just joking. I cannot just start taking medicine because they're telling me you take in the morning, take in the evening, come for a checkup. I was like, me, myself. I need to be tipsy at that time when telling me to come to the hospital. So I kept away the medicine. I would keep away the medicine, go to the club, go drinking. And during all this time, as we are drinking, it's not that I'm drinking anything special or anything unique. Just these cheap things.
Some cheap alcohol.
Cheap alcohol because my friend lives there. My friends are of that class. Yeah? And that's why I started losing my character. I got some character defect. Because some people knew exactly where you can get me. You cannot get me those high-end clubs. Just get me there, out there. In the, there, somewhere nameless. They will give them names, but it's nameless because they are not. So anyway, so I had become diabetic, but drinking was a first priority. Here I have my passport, my visa is ready. I'm just waiting for my air tickets and I leave. I remember that pain persistent one day. My brother had called me because he wanted to give me some more money. Pocket money to travel with. So that day I tried milk. No, it never worked. I tried that Crest. It never worked. I tried Sprite. It never worked. So I had a lot of soda in me. Now from Embakasi, where I had gone to see my brother, on my way back, I said, this feeling I have to treat it because I'm traveling. It's painful, yes, but I'm traveling. I know I can't travel when I'm feeling pain. So in Nairobi City, there was a supermarket called Pioneer, Tuskys Pioneer, almost a railway bus station. So I got into the supermarket. I bought myself a drink, that 1 liter, a 1 liter packet of Del Monte pineapple drink. And I started walking, boarded my tattoo around Ronald Gara Street. Boarding a matatu, we came across a place called it's called the Riverside. I opened my packet of juice, and when I tasted the first sip, I felt some very sharp pain, really sharp pain that you cannot imagine. Sharp pain. I mean sharp pain, and it was really sharp. And when we came somewhere near Goronanak Hospital, the driver and the conductor said, no. We can't take you on board because you're spoiling everything, because you're vomiting. And when I got out of the matatu, I fell. And when I fell down, luckily, it was near the hospital, the Goronanak Hospital. The guards saw that there's someone vomiting and he's falling down. So they came and I was given the first aid. But given the first aid to ease up the pain, I woke up at 6 in the evening. Around 6 in the evening, from midday. I was sleeping throughout the day. But they had identified that something is wrong. So when I woke up, they asked me, do you have money on you? I said, no. Yes, I had some money because of my money. No, I said, no, because the money was for traveling. Because I had to travel. There's no way I'll tell you that I have the cash. No, not me. This money has a purpose.
It's supposed to take
Now,
you
its
to
purpose
Dubai.
for this one is just going to Al Maktoum land. So they asked me, do you have someone from home who you can call? I said yes. Give us the number. I gave them the number. I didn't call. When I gave them the number, they called and the people came. Me, I'm resting on that small bed. And when they came, they didn't come straight fast to the bed. They went to see the doctors first. They were called. They were told, you can't go to see him where he is. First of all, talk to the doctor. So the doctor explained to them what is exactly happening, what has already happened. That's why I say, we take these things feeling and thinking that they're good. Because the moment when I swallow that cup or that glass or that bottle, I feel good. Little do you know that it's spoiling you. It is destroying the internal organs. When someone is told whoever takes these things should listen. Or if you know someone who takes these things, this stuff, go explain to them. It's poison. It doesn't help at all. It just ruins, it just destroys. Yeah? So, my drinking took me to the hospital that very first time. I was not a person frequent of visiting hospitals, but this time it happened by fire, by force. It just happened. So when they were explained to what has happened, they came and surrounded my bed. And they asked me, what are you feeling? How are you? They were given a referral letter. Take me to a government hospital. Take me to a government facility where it is affordable. Then they were asking, they were saying, we will take him to the hospital. So there was some kind of connect with somebody in Kenyatta National Hospital. So they told me, it's like they tricked me. They told me that we have to go to town, get some medicine for you because of that pain you're feeling. Then we go home. I said, it's okay. When I tried to walk, I collapsed. My knees were not strong enough. So I was given a wheelchair. And when I sat on a wheelchair, I said, no, you should have given me a chance. I know I'll walk. I was told, no, don't relax, don't worry. So as I was pushed on that wheelchair outside, because now my mind has already learned that there's a car waiting for me. As we approached the entrance, the door, exit doors for the Guru Nanak Hospital, what I saw was an ambulance. This is it now, this is ambulance, this is a real movie, it's a movie like kind of a thing. I'm like, where is the car? I'm told, relax, this is the car. What do you mean? Even before I comprehended, and before it got into me, I was already in the ambulance and was making that noise. Whew, whew, ah. Here I am, Kenyatta National Hospital, taken. That's an emergency. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and truly it was an emergency. Because by the time we coming from Guru Nanak to Kenyatta National Hospital, the painkillers that the Guru Nanak were giving me, they had subsided. There was no more painkiller in myself. So the pain has come back and I'm vomiting badly. Not the normal spot, but something greenish. Dark greenish. Luckily getting to Kenyatta, that time it was so hectic, it was horrible. Getting a bed space in Kenyatta wasn't easy at all. But I got a bed immediately and took it to the ward. And being taken to the ward, the diagnosis had already shown my pancreas had already burnt. It had burnt completely due to the direct alcohol. Because there's that quarter kind of a bottle that I would not mix with water. I will not dilute. I will take it direct. So when I went to Kenyatta, I stayed for like a few 2 days and I was diagnosed with kidney failure.
Oh no.
Now here I am, they're treating the kidney failure. The pancreas, they say they know the remedy, they will treat it. But here they've discovered something different. They've discovered that I have some kidney failure. So they started now dealing with kidney failure. It reached to a point that they say this person has to go through dialysis. The person who goes through dialysis is like a crippled person. That means you can't move, you can't do anything. And it's true because that time I never used to get out of my bed. And all these are happening due to alcoholism, due to my own behavior. It's me who did this. Yeah. And during that treatment, that's when I came to realize that this was a shipwreck of my own making. And it being a shipwreck of my own making, I have to bring it to the service of the water. I had to, go through some pains, go through some suffering. This suffering was brought to myself by my own self, because it's me who used to drink. Nobody used to bring that alcohol to me. Nobody used to feed me the alcohol. I used to feed myself. During all this time now, I'm in bed, Kenyatta National Hospital. I'm not moving. Talking is an issue. Opening my eyes is an issue. So I'm just there. So you can imagine I'm not even going to the toilet. I'm not going for short call. I'm just there. Now it came to a time now, real treatment has to happen. Being given the dialysis, starting the dialysis program. I had to go to theater because they had to input some catheter. That very day, I was taken to several labs. X-rays were taken, the X-rays were done. And okay, they agreed as a team of doctors that this person has to go for dialysis. But unbelievably, it is a play of so many people. I believe so. I came to believe so. And I normally do ask myself what happened that night. I was given so much drip water. Drip. So many. And the person who was not walking, the person who was not going to the loo, come early in the morning, the following day when I'm supposed to go to the theater, and my relatives had been called to be given, advice or guiding and counseling on how they would be handling me. They were told to come in the morning around 8. And here I am, it's around 6. You can imagine the night shift doctor and nurses met me along the corridor, walking, going to the toilet.
Sorry. Wow.
You can imagine. Yeah, and they stopped me. Are you so and so? Yes. Where are you going? How can you? How? Yeah, they had so many questions. They had to take me to the loo to believe it. And they said, yeah, it's true. Taking me back to the bed, I was so damn hungry, so hungry. Remember, I'm diabetic, so they give me some dosage of sugars to control them. So when I went back to my bed, my hospital bed, I was like so hungry, so hungry. So I had to eat food from the neighbor's bed. The sick person sleeping on the other bed. I had to eat their food. These kids will come later. Yeah, when my people come, they replace. I don't care. So I was so arrogant. I was calling any person who was passing by, because the neighboring sick patient, his food was not enough for me. So any person who was passing by, I would like
ask for food,
quarrel them, bring me food. My relatives who had been told to come in the morning for counseling and all, they came and they were told, just move, just go, don't. No. We are not talking at that moment. Just go. We will talk with you later. Come around 4. So during all this time, from morning till that time, it was time of testing, lab test. And they discovered this person is improving. Let's wait. Let's not give him the dialysis. Let's wait. Let's not do the operation. Let's wait. They waited. It became at around 3. When now they allowed my people, they were told you can come in at around 4. Now during all this time, I'd given these people a lot of stress because they want to be guided in the morning, and the morning passed. They just wanted to see me, and they were told no. So majority of them knew that this person is already dead. This person is not with us. He's no more. Because all this time we are kept hanging. In suspense. This person must have died. So when they came in around 4, nobody wanted to come close to me because I was on my bed, and they were like trying to confirm. They had a lot of doubts. So when they saw me, they would just go a few steps backward, like, are you the one? Are you the one talking? Then I was like, yes, and started quarreling them. The person who had not been quarreling, the person who was not been talking, he started talking, he started quarreling. So they gave me food and they were told, they were advised to go back home, come the following day to see the kind of improvement that I'm going through. So when they came back, they thought the person is okay. I was very okay. But in my mind, remember, now, I'm just seeing the way God does his work. I'm just thinking about Allah. Salam alaikum. Salam alaikum. Well, I was discharged after a very few days. When I went home, my mind was not comfortable, was not calm at all. It was not calm at all. Because now here I am, my passport is brand new. 32 pages, here it is. I have the visa. Come on. I had already gotten the air ticket just to confirm the date. I promise you. I got well when I was not well. I convinced everyone I'm okay, very okay, because now I was not thinking of staying in Kenya anymore. And some things were happening at home that I felt that I didn't want that freedom I already had. Started having that freedom that I already started, because they were told, now take care of this person. Let him not move around. Let not him hang around with people, his friends. And that's why people in recovery are taught the PPT, people, places, and things. Avoid people, places, and things, and especially a person who is in addiction and wants to quit, wants to join journey to recovery. PPT is very important. So right from the hospital, I had been warned about PPT, friends, because I remember during that time there's a friend of mine, some few friends of mine who had come to visit me, and God saved me. They were not able to get to the hospital because they had carried some whiskey. Yeah, they wanted to give me a dose.
Oh no!
But miraculously, they wanted to look for somewhere. They went to look for somewhere to dilute it, because they didn't want to bring it as dry. You used to say it's leather. They didn't want to bring it leather as it was. So they wanted to look for some water somewhere. Unfortunately, where they thought they would get water, they got into the funeral home. It's a mortuary. So when they asked the guard where they could get water, they were told, just come guys, I'll give you somewhere. There's water. I have a lot of water, come. So when they got into the entrance somewhere, they saw so many coffins. And the next thing they did was just to free. They said, no, it's not here. This is not the place to get the water, man. Like, there are so many coffins here. Then later when they realized, that's when they realized this is a funeral home. I never got the alcohol. That PPT, people, places, and things, I was told to avoid going to clubs, avoid those people, avoid those things. Things are those things that I used to take. So it had not gotten into me. My relatives knew you cannot tie a whole human being. They always have some mechanisms. As an addict, you have so many ways of running the show. You come up with ideas and they'll work. So my relatives agreed with me that I wanted to leave, because in the hospital I was told no meat. I take soy. I was like, no, soy. These people are taking meat. I'm taking this. I need my freedom, because I'm not allowed to go to the kitchen to do my thing. Them, they're doing their things. But me, I used to feel like I'm pressed. So they agreed with me that I have to leave. I'm okay. Yes, I'm okay. I went, did my shopping, came back. And the day of leaving, day of departure, I informed a few of my friends. I told them, you guys, I'm out of hospital and I'm leaving. I'm going to the Al Maktoum's land. That time it had a lot of fame. Getting a person going to Dubai was like, you are the person. You are the person. When I try to compare the life of now, it used to some progressive kind of a thing. From a teacher, says my best of East Africa, mountain top precious best of East Africa. Here I am, I'm flying. I was like, this is it. This is what I want. This is how God blesses his people. And it's true, he does it. He was still showing me he has some reason, he has some purpose for me. But still, I had not opened my eyes. What I used to think was thinking that I want to show off. It was kind of a show off. This is what I want. I want to show them that I can. and them they can't, you see. So that day came, and I alerted my friends that I have to leave. I have not drank ever since I came out of hospital. I got one of them, he took me around, did some shopping, came back. So the minute I was leaving, we got a car that was to take us to the airport. And I told you guys, but I want to bid you buy, come, I take you to a place where you get a drink. Each of you will get something as a sign of telling you goodbye. So as I waited for them to be served, and they started being served, I was seeing them swallow. I was waiting for them. I saw them swallow, and I was, these people are feeling good. These people just feeling good. And the doctor told me, if you dare take, you die. I was like, I'd better die in the plane. I'd better die in the plane. Let me just try a little bit. Just small. I was, give me the smallest. When I swallowed, I felt, this is what I was lacking. This is what I need. I didn't know that now I'm nearing the end of the road. When I swallowed, and I hurried these people. I swallowed another one, a second one, a few, and I hurried these people, let's leave. I took some takeaway whiskeys with me. I told one of the friends to carry them because I had some relatives with me to the airport. Then we went to the airport. I bade my relatives goodbye very fast, and I was left with my friends. I took the whiskeys, bottoms up, 2 bottles, and I bade these other friends of mine bye-bye. I was feeling so high. I said, if the doctor is really serious, if I get to the other side of the country, if I get to Dubai alive, I'll never believe doctors again. I got to the waving bed. Here I am, departure. Fly Emirates Boeing 577. And I left Kenya. I went to Dubai. And getting to Dubai, during that flight hours of five flight hours, I was so stubborn. I was harassing the flight attendants, asking for alcohol. I needed a liquor. Unfortunately, it was during the month of Ramadan, so they gave me 2. The first 2, I was like, no, this is not enough. I harassed those Filipino girls. They never wanted to get near me. Anytime I pressed the bell, they would not respond. So I go to Dubai. Now, getting to Dubai, as we landed at Al Maktoum International Airport, there is this flight senior attendant. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dubai. Tears flew down my cheeks. Tears flew down. Here I am, God. You just made me land to the land of milk and honey. Here I am. I saw it. Here I am. But the thing is, it was too hot. The temperatures were too high.
Yeah.
The humidity is like, it's too high. So I spent almost the whole day in the airport because I was waiting for my cousin to come and pick me. He came, yes, but I had already gotten too tired because the whole entire day, night, and now another day, I was awake. He took me to a bed space. They call them a bed space. So many people think that when you go to Dubai, you just start living in a 4-star or 5-star or 7-star lifestyle. No, you start scratch. It's ghetto life. Yeah, it's like a slum life because in that house used to live 8 people with double-decker beds, like the ones that we used to sleep on in the high school. The place where you spread your mattress is a wireless.
Bed you have rented.
You've rented that bed
space.
only. The space, that's what it's called, a bed space. That space where you sleep only. The rest of the space up here in the middle where you crisscross with each other, just forget about it. We used to cook outside. So when I got there, I thought, this person had just taken me to a place where I'm going to spend that day, then I will be going to another better place. A place that was in my mind. Unfortunately, that was my living place. Something else that welcomed me to Dubai is that every house has a carpet, but once you step on the carpet, you start feeling some things coming up, walking on your skin. Those are bed bugs. Each and every house, Not unless you live a place like Jumeirah, a place like Matakamdan, those posh places. For the rich Arabs, that's where you not meet with these things. But in those bed spaces, my friend, there are bed bugs. Yeah, you become a farmer. Yeah, you're growing animals. It's true. You are growing animals. They are all over. And I wonder why people just brags and boast about when they come to their motherland, maybe let's say Kenya. I'm from Dubai. He has new clothes. When if you look at those clothes, if you know how to check and confirm brand new clothes, you can confirm with those people who comes from this country. Because when I know I'm coming back to Kenya tomorrow, I'll go shopping that same day. I buy everything brand new. If I'm coming in the morning with the flights for very early in the morning, I would go buy things in the night, at night, in the evening, pack them and keep your bag somewhere hanging. Because if you dare put it near the floor or on the carpet, you'll bring some domestic animals home. You bring some animals, some insects. You can't call them parasites because somebody who's been there, who is traveling there quite frequently might think that I'm degrading or demeaning them. No. But it's truth of the matter. Now, that mind that was in me, now start brushing it off. Was not easy because I had sort of living a super classic life. But here I'm taken to a bed space. I had the maize flour. That was ugari. Because I've been told it's not there, and true it's not there. So I was to be preparing some ugari for myself. But when I got there, I became a king. For some who were there, stayed there for so many years, they have some overstay because their expectation, what they expected in their mind, it never happens. You left a job in Kenya that used to be paying you 50,000, you go there, you'd be paid 20,000. And that's it. That's life of so many people who comes from this place to that place. But during that time, because now I had started looking for coping mechanism, I started thinking about that warning had been given by the doctor. It never happened. I didn't die. And each and every day when I come from work, my colleagues in the same room that I was in, I know them when they're not drunk. And here at times they comes, their voices are gone so high. They're speaking loudly, they're fighting. And I know the habits of an alcoholic. In Kenya, we're saying there's no alcohol in that place, in that land of Arab people. I started to research. It never took me 2 hours. And I got to know this is a place where these people get this stuff. I was like, no, I have to do some more research. Where else can I get it? Because I have relatives who were drinking the same places next to where we were living. And they had been given a warning that this person should not drink when he comes there. So I had to look for another place where they're selling this stuff. And I have to shift. I have to look for a place where I have to go. Because in fact, I started hating that small room where I was living in because they started asking for rent at night. They are brokers. They are brokers in Dubai, Kenyan brokers, where they rent the house and they start re-renting them. So I identified very fast. I thank God because the very first week when I landed there, I was told, man, you have to start tamaking. Tamaking is looking for a job. Started going to the cyber, get newspaper, the Gov News, and I got a job with a tourism company. It's a British company which has a base in Dubai. So we were 4 Kenyans who got the employment. So when we got employed, our seniors, Chris Crompton was from Britain, and we have Tony Seward, who was a Jamaican, born and brought up in Britain. They were our boss. So they told us, we are the minority, we have to perform. So there was money in my pocket. Again, money without a purpose. Because each and every day when you go to work, you're given tips. At times dollars, Other majority of the times you're given dirhams. These dirhams is the Dubai currency. So it was a lot of money on me, and I stopped even using the public transport. I started using the taxi. Plus our fellow Kenyans, we just go taxi. We used to enjoy around because we used to do it to see as if it's what we see in the movies. The way the taxi comes, we get in. So we had a lot of money. And I had identified a drinking spree called Mama Pima. The Mama Pima's place. There are many. The Cameroonians, the Nigerians, some Kenyans, Ugandans. They're there doing some illegal business. So we started drinking. The habit came back. Because what the doctor had told me never worked. The doctor had told me by the time they left Kenyatta, you will die. If you take some more liquor again in your lifetime, I promise you'll die. And here I am, I'm not dead. I'm alive. I've got a job. It's a tourism job, explaining to the tourists the drop-off points. Tourist attraction centers, we went for training for 1 week. Until my life again changed. I started drinking like I've never drunk again. Right from the top in a different style. Now, being in a different style, we are using Carlsberg, using whiskey, June Walker, name it, all the kind of posh liquor. And there is cash in our pocket. We reached a point where we would stop anyone from Mama Pima drinking spree from buying, and we buy. So we were feeling like we've reached the top of the mountain. Little did we know that from the top, we were coming back down to zero. I started falling sick oftenly, going to the hospital. And the only thing that used to happen to me was that I was given a detoxification. Just cleaning the system. Being given some drips, clear your system. And once I get out of the hospital, I used to go to my workplace. I never used to go to the assistant operations manager. I used to go direct to the general manager, Chris Crompton. I tell him I had been in the hospital, and he would tell me go 2 weeks. I'll go 1 week, 7 days. Normally give 7 days. I'm at home 7 days. What am I doing at home 7 days? Just drinking. It reached a point whereby you're not sick. We would make it, we would like, forcefully get a leave sheet, sick leave. Showing like you've broken your arm, broken your leg. You'll go to an Indian hospital and we'll get the plaster of Paris, the POP. Then we would, make a plaster for yourself on your hand or your leg. And again, you are given some leave. And the only reason why you're forcing to get this leave is
because you want to drink.
You want to go stay in the Pima place. You want to drink more. So we used to drink more. We never used to care that you'd see people being deported because of alcoholism. We never hit ourselves that people are dying out of alcoholism. And it's true, they die. We were the people who would organize how those bodies will be corpses will be transported to our country. We never used to see that this thing can happen to ourselves. Yeah. So lifestyle was like that. Now drinking, failing to go to work. How many times can you break your leg? The same leg. Now questions started coming up. How many times? Or why is it that? It's the same leg that's breaking? Why do you break your legs so much? What about your hands? It reached a point we are told, we as the Kenyans, we used to leave that company one by one, for different reasons. I myself, when my time came, it was because I had failed to go to work. Absconding my duties. Completely absconding. You can imagine that job is a place where you would spend even 30,000, 40,000 Kenya shillings in a day. Yeah. Because you treat so many people. You'd spend a lot of money with people. You'd go to places buying people, and we would just be waiting for you like a king. The moment you come, it's time to spend. The moment you come, it's time to spend. You can imagine if you spend like 4 times in a month. Same way, 4 times in a month. Those 4 days in a month you spend incredible amount of money where so many people, local people here, we can't afford to get it today. We never saw danger coming. We saw like life would be like that always. We saw that it's like now we've reached the climax. But it was not like so. My time came, I was told stop. This is not the way we do it. We've kept it so much, we've been very patient with you, but now, no more. For those few days that now, I had some kind of pride. Like I'm still working. There was still some money in my pocket. So I was like, by the time this money that I have gets finished, by the time you guys come to realize that I'm not working, I would have gotten another job. It never happened. It never happened. The money got finished. That name that I had, that people used to give me that respect. Even here locally as we speak, there are those places that there are people who are given special attention because of the way they buy. But then little do they know that the day that what they have, that day that makes them to be given that kind of respect, special respect, gets finished, they have no friend. That friendship comes when you're with them, when you're buying, when you're giving out. So I started being pushed from that sofa, that couch that I was sitting on, slowly by slowly towards the door. And to the word, the day came when I was outside the door. The same person who used to be given that respect, the same person who used to get phone calls from the Mama Pema who was selling, now is the one who's being chased out of the house. Not even being chased in the house, has already been chased out of the house. You can imagine how I started coping with that kind of life. Because even the owner of the house would call me Alibab, the rich person. Yeah, the Alibab, the person who has it. Now started realizing that this person is not the Alibab that we used to see. He's not paid the house, he has got the deficit. He's spending the whole day in the house, not the way he used to go to work. Those people that we used to drink with, they have realized that he has no money. Because if you spend a whole month, you have debts for the Mama Pema. Because the Mama Pema will not take you anywhere. They will not take you anywhere. They have no permit. They have no, maybe some of them have no license, license to stay in Dubai. They are there illegally. So even if you take so much, they will not take you anywhere. You just become enemies for no apparent reason. So here I am, I'm outside. One Kenyan is one who had sympathy on me. And cut it short, what made me to get out of job is to be laid off is because I used to drink till morning. So the minute of the time that I was supposed to be working, I'm not working. I've not reported to job. So my employer, my boss felt like, no, this is not it. So during that time, a period of the grace period, we can call it. Yeah, people used to think like I'm working, I'm on off, I'm on leave. I never realized that I should look for a job as soon as possible because danger is coming. So when I got chased off the house, another Kenyan just had sympathy on me. He told me, man, according to the look of things, here you're out of the game. I would like to offer you a chance to survive. And the chance to survive that he gave me, he told me he himself, he does the distribution of alcohol. He gets alcohol from Barracuda. He gets alcohol from Juman. So he asked me, would you want to accompany me? We do this, I'll be giving you something. I'll be giving you 100 dirham per day. When I checked 100 dirham per day, it was quite a lot of money. At the end of the month, I would have like kind of my over 60,000 Kenyan shillings. I thought and I felt this is it. This is what I want. Because the house there, the bed space itself, that bed would cost me like 600 dirhams. So I was like, 600 dirhams, that's 1 week. Yeah, then the rest of the weeks, that's my money. And what made me feel like this is what I want where we used to get the alcohol, those Indian guys, they would give me an extra a bottle of whiskey. So after doing the deliveries to those Mama Pima places, drinking sprees, I would now get my bottle, come to the table, and now it's like kind of a show off. Those same guys who were showing me the door, they started coming back to me. Like, put me some little. And the whole day I'll spend my day sleeping. We'll start doing business at around 4. By 10, we are done with the business. So between 10 and tomorrow 4 p.m., I have got plenty of time. And I had money to eat, money to pay my rent, money to floss, this kind of floss and busting. So we started doing the business, and we did it for quite a period of time. It was so unfortunate that one day we had said that we were going to deliver to only one person at a place called Fish Roundabout. It just happened that we saw cars surround us. We had a Mitsubishi garage. Our Mitsubishi garage was surrounded by like 4 cars.
Wow.
And some guys, so many beards, not very tall, not very short. And we saw them all over our car. They told us to break down the windows. We brought down the windows. Then he asked, open the boot. My friend told me in Swahili, tumeshikwa. That means we are arrested. We've been arrested. It's like when they opened the boot, they didn't wait even us to open the rear doors. They closed the doors, get out, hands on the car. Yeah, hands on the car. They checked. They just ransacked our pockets. Nothing. Just some cigarettes and some matchboxes. They handcuffed us. They took us to Naif police station. Naif police station, it was a little bit full. We were taken to Morakabat police station. Morakabat police station, they brought us back to Naif police station. We used to stay there. We stayed there for quite a period of time. Feeding there is super. You're doing some chicken, you're doing some fries, French fries. There's so much, but there's no freedom. No freedom at all. We're so many, we're overcrowded. Look at where this alcohol has brought me. This kind of life that I'm leading now. Yeah. Life of slavery. Your mind is not settled. Alcohol brings a lot of slavery, because now when during that time in Dubai, now we're getting close to coming back to Kenya now. I had come home for like 2 times for holiday, but you can imagine coming home with nothing. Come for holiday, you only have some 50,000 Kenyan shillings in your pocket, nothing else. Something money that you can't spend within a week. Stay with it within a week comfortably, no, because lifestyle of spending is so high. Was so high. I remember going back, I had to borrow bus fare from home to the airport. Asking somebody, can you help me with 500 to go to the airport? I'm going back to work. You can imagine that kind of life. You not put up a structure, you've not bought anything new, you just yourself. The only difference that you have is that you've come with some new new things. You have some new good shoes. You call it Ferrari because I love Ferrari. We have got some Timberland. You're like, hey, you're that guy, But apart from that, nothing else. During that time, I came to realize that alcoholism, that addiction, has a lot of problems. You're trying to sugarcoat things to make things look good, or to look at things the way they are and to see that they look good, because things look the way you look at them. Yeah, you can change the look of something which someone sees to be so bad, you see it to be very good. Yeah, because we used to have a lot of strain in our brain, because there's something that we were looking for, and we'd come to realize that we are not getting it. So we are running away from the reality and going to some kind of addiction to make it look real. We reached a point of we used to urinate on our beds. That pressure that we are trying to put upon ourselves. So from naive police station, we were taken to court. Taken to court, in my mind, I had thought of like, just a normal thing. Like any other time that we used to drink, we used to fight with people from different parts of the world, and we were taken to the police station and given a fine of like 1,000 dirhams. Then you are released, or you be jailed for 7 days. This time it was different. You were taken to the Awil jail. Awil jail. Awil jail is out jail. And it being out jail, it means that out is you just going. You're outside. It never hit me that being outside is just going and going back to your country. You're taken back to your country. You are not going by your own will. Here is the government of the UAE that has decided you just go home. Take him home. Return back this parcel to the sender. That time had come. That time had come to return this parcel to the sender. And we tried to appeal because we were given a chance to appeal. It never happened. We waited for that appeal to be approved. Whenever time we used to go to court, we were told it's the same. You're going back home. It's the same. You're going back home. Now, we had gotten tired of being at jail. We had just gotten tired. So fighting with those Indian people was very often. Because the Indians are so intimidating. They are there. There are many. There are many in the jail. They are waiting to be released. Others are waiting to be deported. There are many. So intimidating. And they are talking in the Indian language. We used to beat them. We used to beat them a lot. I used to fight, actually. So life in jail had become horrible and terrible because we would take it. If you are found fighting, we used to be taken to a place called Zizana. Zizana is a cold room. Cold room where it's really very cold. Yes, in the cell it's cold because they've released all the whatever in the AC.
The AC,
yeah. So it's very cold. Then you're taken to another extra cold room called Senzana. Senzana is cold, terribly cold. Remember, you're given food, sweet food, and you can't open your mouth because your teeth are like, then from there, Senzana, that cold room, it's a freezing point room. You are taken to outside the heat. It's about 40 and above degrees. There you come from 0.000 point something degrees. Then you're taken to straight immediately to 40 plus degrees. Then you are like, now I want to go home. You just accept by force by fire. Just take this parcel back to the sender. I was brought home, deportation. Now deportation, trying to cope with things, it was not easy. Because during that time, I had so many scratches on my face. So it was like a zebra thing. Yeah? So people just laugh, people joke. I was feeling intimidated. Those scratches that were brought by war, fighting. Used to fight a lot. Never used to care. So those who could not be able to fight, they would scratch my face so that I stop, or so that I win. And now coming back home in the plane, there was something that was ringing in my mind because it's reality, it's real, it's happening now, it's happening. How do I deal with it? How do I cope? How do I deal with these people, the local people, my friends that are in Kenya? So in the plane, I was deported with Jomo Kenyatta International, whatever, Kenya Airways. We came. Reaching Jomo JK, I had already, the flight attendant, I was a bother because after a few minutes I would ring the bell. When coming, the only thing that I was asking for, give me some liquor, give me some alcohol, and they got tired of me. So they told me, just go at the back because I was, you cannot be given second class. We can't call it third class. We call it economy class. I was in economy class. They told me, please, guy, just go there. Just sort yourself. So when I got there, I remembered my friends. Those are small bottle of whiskeys. I've not. It just not ranked to my brain, in my brain that you should not do this. Alcohol is poison. Alcohol is deceiving you. Alcohol is cheating you. I got so many small bottles because I had a jacket. So I first of all loaded my jacket. I got fully loaded. Then I started drinking. So when I got to Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, there's something called the eye scan in the airport as you pass by. I never saw that. I knew there's something like that, but because I had seen it severally as I closed up. I never saw that day. The only thing I remember, I got my luggage, my empty suitcase. And I remember from Al Maktoum International Airport, a friend of mine that we were working with in that double-decker bus tour company gave me 10 dirhams. Before we got arrested, I had some real money on me, but I spent it buying biscuits, buying small things, cigarettes in the cells. So when the day of being deported, I didn't have anything. I didn't have any money in my pocket. So there's a friend of mine who gave me 10 dirhams. Getting to the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, that's 200 Kenyan shillings. But they had a cut. So it was 100 and something Kenyan shillings at the airport. I got so frustrated. I got so worked up. I got so messed up. Here I am at the airport. I have 100 something Kenyan shillings. You're from abroad. How do you start coping? Where do you start? What gave me space or the ground of start surviving is those small whiskeys that I had gotten from the plane. Whenever time I got a friend of mine, we started talking about Maisha, life, I would give one. So they wanted to stay with me more and more times. And they would buy a lot of liquor because I've given them that one a small bottle. And some of them would even hide it because they want to brag, they want to boast with it to other people. So by the time we came to realize I've overstayed, it had taken almost 2 months. That's when they started saying, you're not going back. What's happening? I'm not, so many excuses. And it had reached a point they had accepted the reality, the truth that I'm with them. I am here, planning to leave, planning to go, a time which is not known. So, life started becoming hard. Now the drinking and the lifestyle that I had in Dubai and Kenya is different. The drinking is escalated because I'm taking to the cheap liquor, which is locally available and affordable. That's one thing that happens in Kenya. If you go to a drinking spree, you are a person who can talk with people, you are a person who can serve them, do what they want to be done for them. You can't stay sober. You will stay drunk through and through. Life wasn't easy. Life was difficult. And here it is. Here I have to face the reality. I have to look for a coping mechanism. So the only thing that I would do is to look for something to do. And at times I would sleep almost a whole day. Because now, where there is no work, one thing. There's nobody who will give you money. At times food is lacking. Because you've already spoiled your provider. My life had gotten spoiled up and it was bad. One thing, if you talk about deportation, it's like telling people you've gone to the rehab. They'll run away from you. They will say rehab is for mad people. Now here you're deported, you're a criminal. Even if now today you go to the vice president and tell them you'll be deported, they just say that you are a criminal, straight away you are a criminal. You deserve jail time. So it took me time to cope. And the way I coped is drinking. Drinking like it's the end of the world. It's like if I don't drink today, there will be no life tomorrow. I became weak. But God is still faithful. I got some jobs to do. The first one, I got a job in a place called Muranga for teaching. As a teacher again. I taught for a short period of time, but it was not sustainable for me because the money that I used to work for, it never used to even to be enough for drinking. So what about the other things? Social amenities that I deserved. So many things that I needed. This money that I was earning could not sustain me. So what did I do? I got another job. A personal job now. We had a boutique in Meru where we were selling clothes. And I personally never used to be that shop to sell clothes. I used to sell second-hand clothes. in those small markets. So I was moving around marketplaces each and every day. It had a lot of money. In Kenya, we call it mtumba. It had second-hand clothes. It had a lot of money. And each and every shopping center, if you want to know alcoholics knows how to run the show. Even if you drop them, having their eyes closed, they will identify where a bar is, where a drinking spree is, where can I get liquor. It won't take me 10-20 minutes to get a place. The very first person I'll meet, looking at them, we can identify each other. So drinking still continued. Drinking continued. I started seeing that this little money that I'm earning here is not enough for me. I got a job as a salesperson in the area MP. He's called Kareke. The company called the Option 1 distributors. I was their salesperson. I was given a motorbike. Here I'm earning some money. I'm earning almost 20,000 Kenyan shillings. And there's a commission. Now drinking escalated again. Things were so terrible. Even when I had money, things were not easy. They were bad. Actually, they were very bad. Very bad. And every time that I got money, it was like it was itching me. Yeah? I can't stay with that cash in my pocket. I'll never do it. I will never do so. So what I used to do, I created a rapport with the shopkeepers and the wholesalers. I got their number. So each and every time I'd call them. At times they would call me. So I started developing that habit of not even going to them. Because I would be given some airtime to put on my phone. So that at times if I don't get the shop operator, I would call them. If I find them close, I would call them. Now I decided to start calling them even without going to their places. I have a motorbike, given 2,000 for fuel for a week. So I would just put up a motorbike somewhere, park it, sell the airtime or a bit of the airtime. Then the rest I would call these people. They would give me the order that I'm supposed to go correcting that round. Then come the following morning, I would take it to the office. Or if it's the morning hours to be distributed in the afternoon, I would call them in the morning, go to the drinking spree, drink. Coming to the office, to the point itself, I would not go straight to the office. I would give it to the security person. I would tell the security person, just take it to the office. I'm going to take tea, say it's order for this and this route, and that's it. Then afternoon, I go back to the club. I start calling again. So it was still terrible. It was horrible. Even having this money, it wasn't working for me at all. It was not enough. So I decided to look for more money. God still transferred me to that place. God moved me from places. And before I got out of that place, that's the very first time when I was there, I went to the first rehab. The first rehabilitation center to go to was the Madari National Hospital. It's along Zika Road, Muthaiga, somewhere in Muthaiga. And that's a place where I was taken for the rehabilitation because of alcoholism. Those people who took me, they told me it's just a friend. They tricked me. Relatives again. They tricked me that we're going to visit a friend of ours. Then you go back to Meru. So when he went there, I was expecting you're going to a friend of their friend, because me, I have no friend there. And then I go to Meru. Unfortunately, unluckily, we went there, got into a room. I saw someone signing a file, I waited, and all of a sudden, I was left with one relative. The next thing I saw, I was told, let's use this road as we go take you to the bus stop. And we got into a place and the door was locked. It's like, why? How? Why me? I got mad. Because those guys are asking, they're shouting, they're yelling, is it disturbing? Because if they say yes, those ones will come and pin you down. So I got really mad. This person was there, he told me, first they'll ransack you. It's like you try to resist, or you're trying to ask a question, they give you a stopper. A stopper is kind of an injection, you become a zombie. It starts boiling saliva, you wake up after 2-3 days. So life was not very easy there, but it was just easy, let me say. It was an experience. It was just an experience. I saw things that I never expected that they really happen. If you ask someone from outside, within the society, how life is there, they will just tell you that's horrible. It's a jail. Yes, it is, but you learn how to cope. You don't know how to associate with people who live there. At times you find yourself on a bed, and there are so many animals. Those bed sheets, on those.
The bed bugs.
And they rise themselves, and the bed bugs, as you said. They are animals. You live with animals. They are people. You find that you've given a bed, you sleep too. This one person decides, no, he cannot sleep on the bed. He sleeps under the bed. So that's life. This is another person who times. He's kept his time. He knows this time you're given food. And so doesn't eat. He keeps his food under the bed. So he will time when if you hide. In their mind they are hiding. But it's a hole. They are hiding. And then that one will time. This one will hide and leave. He will come and take. So it kind of a cat and mouse lifestyle. Yeah. This one is looking for his food. This one is sleeping under the bed. You talked about doing a certain exercise, frog jumping, duck walking, and to another person it rings, yes, there was a duck walk. He started duck walking. He might duck walk the whole day. He's there, duck walking, moving. Anytime he's doing some exercise. At times, their brain links like they want to go home. They are told, now you want to go home? Because they are people. They will say yes. Okay, wait. They are told, wait, relax. This person comes with a sticker, drawn a door, like kind of a thing, a picture, and then they stick it on the wall. They will release you to go outside, maybe during the lunch time, you go get food. By the time you come back in, because this door looks similar with the walls, it doesn't have a closing H on the inside part. It's on the outside. But here they've come with a picture like kind of a thing, drawn a door, and then they put it on the wall. Then when you come back, they tell you, okay, we forgot. Just open that door and go home. Now you will spend another whole day there opening that door. And there's something drawn on the wall. Because you're seeing this is a door. This is a real door. And you're given the permission to go to open it and go. So they will spend, they have a way of, a lifestyle. There's somebody who will spend a whole day in the toilet there watching it. Maybe it was, I don't know. But he likes spending watching people, looking at people. He doesn't talk, doesn't do anything, just looking at people. So I stayed with those people like almost 2 weeks. Yeah, in the very early in the morning, not very early in the morning. Sometime in the morning, they give you a slice, kind of something which is soap, and it's like a wake up call. Everybody out. Time to take shower, and they will respond. They will take shower, and they will sleep on the glass. They will lie on the glass for them to dry because there are no towels. Yeah. Remember, this is a ground. It's an open ground. It's open air. It's only that there's a fence, a real fence. On top there, it has some electric cables. But it's surrounded by mesh wire. So, and there's a big path for everyone who is coming from outside, going for hospital, going for clinic, go for administration. They are passing by there. These people are not seeing them. We never used to see them, but I used to see them. Just lying there naked to dry, waiting to dry. Yeah. So I experienced that kind of life with these people. From there I went to semi-amenity. Amenity still has a challenge. A real challenge. Truly a real challenge. It was designed for the little children. For young people. Yeah, children. Maybe to an age of around 7. Going downwards. So the beds are very small. They're not complete bed for a person like I who is 5 feet tall. 3 feet. So a 3 feet bed, you'd be told to sleep on it till morning. It was not possible. It was not easy, but we used to sleep. We used to sleep. So it was a challenge. And all these challenges I'm going through due to alcoholism. Remember from where I started. Going to Kenyatta National Hospital, kidney failure, acute pancreatitis, alcoholism. I had I had some deaf ear. I never listened. I never listened to what I was told. I never listened even to the preachers who were telling me, do not take the bad things. Pana, just avoid bad company. Going to Dubai again, here I faced a deportation due to alcoholism. The same thing has taken me through hell. Just taken me through hell. Now here I am in Kenya. I'm trying to do things here up and down. It's like they're working. It's like they're not working. I have found myself in Mathare. Alcohol. It's not good. Mathare is meant for mentally ill people. Yes, there's a part of there's a section of rehabilitating people who are, they have problem of substance use. Substances, because you find people who've taken cocaine, they're there, quite a big number. We're being given methadone to ease and cool down, to brush off that effect of cocaine. And if you stay, the person will be taking cocaine for quite a period of time, and then they decide to stop, they live a very difficult life.
Wow.
Very difficult life. It's like they get Parkinson's. They drop, they shake, it's like up until they get that dose.
They get the seizures.
The seizures, exactly. So, and having seen all these, I never clicked into my mind that there's danger. There's danger in dancing in some of kind of drugs and substance use.
Wow.
We are in Mathare. From amenity, I went to the rehab itself. Rehab itself, their life wasn't bad. We just taken to classes, doing the 12 steps. 12 steps that I never even saw. I could just see a drawing on the board. I would just see things written on the board, but they were not linking in my mind. Because, one, I still had the bitterness. I had not realized there's a way to handle and forget about what has happened. Because even if when I carry the bitterness, you wronged me and you just forgot. But I might hold it and it keeps on feeding on me, biting me, finishing me, because I'm holding it against you. You did something and you forgot and it went away. I had not known how to deal with that. So I still held some bitterness with my family members who took me there.
Wow. So how did you heal completely from alcohol?
Healing completely from alcohol. I'm taking you there. We are almost there. Don't worry. We are almost there. After Mathare, it had not hit me that this thing's bad. This substance is bad. I went out. I continued with my lifestyle. I relapsed within the first week because in the rehab you're not given a phone. So when I came out, I opened my phone and I found that the company had been paying me, so there was money. I called my friend and I told him there's have a walk around the estate, showing him different places how people live. And the place where we stopped to have a soda or water, it was outside a club. Outside a club, we ordered for some food. We were told, wait, we prepare for you. As we waited, there were some men who were asking for some things. They were asking for some bottles, and they were like, there was some cars coming out. Guinness. And we said, we will not sell anyone. Let's have one man. We had the one and back again to zero. We started drinking like we've never drank again. So it took still some very long time to realize that this thing has a problem. And it came a time when I tried to carry a 10-liter jerrycan of water, and I would not carry it for 100 meters. A distance of 100 meters is a very short distance. 10 liters is something very small. I would stop like several times. And during all this time, I would be taken to hospital. I would be admitted for a whole week. One, I was suffering from hunger. I would not eat, actually. There was not a lot of dehydration. I am diabetic. So all the things that I was supposed to be doing for the diabetic person, I was not doing. So I would be admitted for a whole week in the hospital. And the only thing that I was doing is giving me some drips, detoxifying, doing a detox. And immediately after detox, I would stay home for like 2 days I feel like again niko na energy, I have a lot of energy, I would go back to drinking. It reached a time that I felt really I am done. This is a person who really inspired me. I watched his video, and he was from a very posh family, a good family, and he ended up being a street boy. Nairobi, Eastleigh, Nairobi streets, so many places. His father was a pilot. His brother is a pilot. So to him, he was not supposed to be living that kind of a life, carrying a sack on his back. Yeah, having one piece of cloth on his body. When he gets another one, he puts it on top of the old dirty one. Yeah, he's a person who was brought up in a British way in Westlands, and the school that he had gone to was a consolata school. So he was running with he got education with the white people, unlike other black people like us. We used to get our education in the village. So I watched his video and how horrible, how life had become inside. He had even tried to commit suicide quite a good number of times, but it failed. And the last one, the one which failed and really failed completely, is when he had bought some rat, this pesticide to kill pests. He took it and he never did anything to him. And I saw, kumbe, there is change. There can be a change. There could be a change. Something can happen if you have the hope. So I went to a rehab. The second rehab got called Great Ref Concern. And going to the Great Ref Concern, yes, I was 50-50. I was not sure that I stopped this kind of lifestyle because I had lost hope. I had completely lost hope. But I felt like, let me go there. This Great Ref Concern, it's not a rehab whereby people can prepare anything for you. Prepare everything for yourself, from getting firewood, preparing food for you and others, washing your clothes, washing your rooms. That's a place. Yeah, to many people, it was horrible. To many people who never be to the rehab, or people who thought that this kind of life that they are reading that day in the rehab is not the best kind of life, they might never change. But I felt that there is hope because there was a lot of word of God. They used to counselors basing their counseling in the word of God, and I felt, yes, there's change and there's hope. Like what Jeremiah, the book of Jeremiah 29 verses 11 tells us. God made us with a reason, with a purpose, not to make us perish or not to make us suffer. So I stick to some of these words that gave me hope. And I saw it's true. Even whoever is taking this thing, it doesn't matter how far you fell. All that matters is how you bounce back, because there's a bouncing back.
Wow.
And I felt that there is something that God has kept for me. There will be challenges, yes, but you can overcome them with the Lord.
Wow.
The word of God is grateful. God is great for us, and you can make it.
Wow.
There is hope and there's a future, and there's always a solution. Currently, I base my work is in visiting rehab centers, giving these people hope. Every now and then, I go to rehab centers, giving people the word of hope.
Wow. Wow, thank you so much for sharing your experience. But among the things you say that there can be change when there is hope.
Yes.
And I believe maybe someone is also going through the same experience and they are wondering how they can escape. You know, maybe they've tried going to the rehab like you and things are not working, but at least by hearing from you, they are going to be encouraged, because as long as there is hope, there is an opportunity. Wow.
Yes, because there's something that we learn in the 12 steps of recovery. First and foremost, you have to accept that you are powerless over whatever substance of addiction that you are into, and you've become unmanageable. When you believe and understand that, step number two, that was not step number one. Number two, you come to believe that there is a power greater than ourselves. That's God, who can restore us back to sanity. And number three, you will now decide to make proper use to him. Serve him, ask him, and he will show you the way. When you follow step again, number 4, you do your self-introspection, self-searching, jitafute. You look at yourself from deep inside. And when you realize that, now to maintain and to keep it running, you have to go to step number 5, where you personally tell God, this is my defect. God knows this is my defect and someone else. Then you decide to go back to the step number 12, the last one. There are other a few ones in the middle here. I'll take it back to the step now, the last one, where you do what? You go back and give it to the society.
Wow.
Serve the society.
And alcohol is spiritual. We did a documentary on alcohol. We were teaching people about the origin and how it binds people and destroys people's lives. You start with one bottle, and then it becomes a habit and a lifestyle, and you find yourself bound. But it's easy to start, but coming out is difficult.
Very difficult.
Yeah, wow. So viewers, let us know what you think about our guest. Do you want him to come back and expound more on addiction? Have you been blessed by his testimony? Feel free to let us know about his experience in the comment section. And if you've been going through addiction and you feel like you've lost hope, if you hear and listen from him, you learn something and you find a way of escaping that trap, because it's a trap that the enemy has placed you in and you need to come out. So just let us know. And to know more about our ministry, you can visit our websites, www.lifeisspiritual.org or www.worldshare.com, or you can check the description box. Avoid people who come in the comment section with fake accounts similar to ours asking for money. We don't do that. Our main purpose here is to win as many souls as possible to the kingdom of God. And if you've not given your life to Jesus, this is an opportunity for you to do so, because at the end of the day, you need a ticket to heaven. The Bible says, Jesus says that I am the way, the truth, and life. No man comes to the Father except through him. I love you, but Jesus loves you more. I remain Erika Mukisa Kimani, aka Mama Maisha, or Mami Zoe, Zion, Zev, and Zedekiah. And please, don't forget to support the Erika movie. It will be available very soon. May God bless you, saints. Hello viewers, I hope you're well. Once again, let me start by introducing myself. My name is Erika Mukisa Kimani, aka Mama Maisha, or Mami Zoe, Zion, Zev, and Zedekiah. Yes, I thank God for my newborn. So I want to take this opportunity to thank you for supporting us as a ministry and also supporting my platform, Erika Mukisa's Testimonies. We've been active on Life is Spiritual Ministries platform. For those of you that have not visited us on that platform, you can go there and like, comment, subscribe, share, and press the notification bell. But I want to introduce a new program. In this program, we talk about life, and our main aim for starting this program is to raise resources towards our charity organization. We started World Share Foundation, and our aim for starting World Share Foundation was to avail education to the less privileged children and also to provide shelter, clothes, and food to the poor. We've been doing that, and we thank God he has been faithful. Also, we are, as a foundation, constructing a school and a hospital, and we've been constructing boreholes and roads for the community. As you can see, we'll be showing you what we've been doing as a foundation. Everyone is welcome to join our noble cause. If you feel free, if you feel like you're in Uganda or you're in Kenya and you have clothes or shoes or items that you're not using and you want to get rid of them, don't throw them. There are people who can make use of those clothes, those shoes, the mattresses, the curtains, the beddings. Those things that you see like are not useful to you can be useful to somebody else. Of course, not the torn ones, but something that you can see another person can use. Please feel free to contact those numbers on those screens. And the information on how you can support our foundation is on the screen or in the description box, or you can visit our website, www.worldshareusa.org. worldshare.com or www.lifeisspiritual.org. All the resources that come from our program will be channeled towards our cause. Right now, we are in the process of constructing the school and the hospital, and we are heading to Uganda to break the ground. Thank God, Ebenezer, this far the Lord has brought us, and we are so grateful. We can't stop thanking God for this wonderful cause and the people that are going to be supported in through World Share Foundation. We've given out shoes, we've given out clothes, we've given out food, and we've not been showing everything because we are not. The Bible does not tell us to expose every good deed that we do, but for accountability, that's the only reason as to why we are showing you what has been happening, because we've had many people asking us about the foundation and if we are still supporting the needy. Yes, we are, but we just don't put everything on camera. This program will be aired on Erica Mukisa's Testimonies YouTube channel every Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Therefore, I'm looking forward to hearing from you, reading your comments. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and press that notification bell. We have guests that will be sharing their life experiences, and from those life experiences, we'll be drawing lessons. So I love you, but Jesus loves you more. I remain Erica Mukisa Kimani, aka Mama Maisha, or Mami Zoe Zion Zev, and Zedekiah. Be blessed.